up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp. I will get to your comments and super chats shortly. And if you want to join the conversation, the StreamYard link is pinned at the top of the chat. Let's get right to it. Now, originally, as you guys have, watched earlier, I was going to talk about the Alabama woman who sold her baby for off-brand clothing and $50 in cash. I was going to do that, but I came across this story, which is much more interesting. So, an OnlyFans creator and her mother have both been impregnated by the same man. Both impregnated by the same man. Yes, I still talk to Andrew. Okay? Dude's a YouTuber who goes by the name of Nick Yardy. Never heard of him until now for obvious reasons. Let's take a look and listen to what this situation is. Here we go.
We're very excited to both be, having his children.
This news is only raising eyebrows. In an announcement that many social media users are calling a hoax, an OnlyFans model named Jade, aka Jade Teen, said she and her mom Danny were impregnated by YouTuber Nick Yardy 2 weeks apart. She shared in a February 18th YouTube video with Danny and Nick.
We're both welcoming Nick's children. She's going to be having Nick Jr.
Oh, honey.
And I'm going to be having Nicole.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're very excited to both be, having his children. We're excited to welcome 2 new members of the family and having a baby alongside my mom. It's exciting and beautiful. I could have never expected it.
Just saying.
According to Jade, she's expecting a baby girl named Nicole, while Danny is pregnant with a baby boy who they will call Nick Jr. Danny added that they both have a little over a month left.
Okay, so obviously when stories like this come out, internet sleuths, they all try to sort of come out and try to disprove everything. Everything's a hoax, everything's a conspiracy, everything's fake, everything's a media stunt. While I can acknowledge that is certainly possible, that this is fake, I'm going to react to this as if it were real. So let's just quickly go through. So this is Nick Yardy's page. He's got 3.4 million subscribers. So obviously he's not hurt. He's doing well in the content game. Let's watch a couple. Let's watch a couple of their videos. It says dating mother and daughter part 1. These are very, very short. I think this will give us a little bit of backstory as to the situation with both women being pregnant, and then I'll react to it after this. Here we go.
Met Danny. Was there an initial attraction? Because I know that you wanted me loyal to
this
Jade.
nigga's in snow bunny heaven.
When you saw her, were you like,
damn, that
what went through your head?
I mean, when I first saw Danny, it was like, I was shocked. I was like, man, she's so beautiful. You know what I mean?
Oh, boy.
And I'm like, that's what I'm going to have when, she's older.
Oh, shit.
And I'm excited for it.
Yeah, what happens when mom gets older?
So when she came in on the relationship, it was just like the best of both worlds,
Jade, how does it make you feel hearing that? Does that kind of, do you have any jealousy that sparks knowing that your man thought that your mom was attractive?
No, honestly, these are my 2 favorite people in the whole world. I love them both so much. And so knowing that they share the same love for each other that I share for them is really special, for sure.
Giving birth, but not everyone is.
Wait, sorry about that. All right, let's go to the next video here. This one is entitled "Poly Relationships and Boundaries." Again, this is only a minute long. Let's listen.
Rules or boundaries in your arrangement?
Good question.
We have a few. I mean, to start,
maybe not smashing at the same time.
The love is shared with us 3 for now. So Danny and I, he's the only man that we give our time, our body to. Yes. And for the most part, we're just the 2 special girls that he gives his time and energy to. So.
Oh boy.
Okay, that's not many rules. I like that.
Yeah, I think we have an understanding. So, and we're very open. So we just keep it in our circle, and there's not too much boundaries.
Yeah, I wouldn't say rules. We like you said, we're very understanding, and we know what each of us needs, and we make sure to Nick is really good at making sure we both feel special and, giving us our one-on-one time and getting us flowers and things.
Yeah. Let's go to the next one. This next video is entitled Two Wives, It Fell Into My Lap. It's only a couple minutes long. Let's check it out. Here we go.
You guys, met the mom. None of that happened until a couple of years later, I'm assuming, right? Since you guys been together for...
Call me crazy, but doesn't this look like the beginning of a spicy movie scene? I think you guys in the chat are pointing out that this looks like it's being shot on the Bang Bus.
3 years. You guys met pretty early on.
Yeah, she's only been involved like for the past year.
Okay.
The first couple of years, like, it was normal. You know what I mean? And I think they started talking about it at first.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I feel like it just kind of fell in my lap. But
Yeah, like,
Oh my God.
So, Nick and I were having some relationship troubles.
It looks like Brittany Renner's
some
name.
conflict.
It looks like Brittany Renner's name is at the top of the
We
bus,
didn't know
y'all.
if we were going to make it through. And my mom is a life coach.
Oh
And,
my God.
we're best friends. And so I go to her for advice about a lot of things. And when I went to her for advice about, the issues that we were facing, she suggested, like, bringing another woman in.
I have to clarify,
Look at the top. Look at the top left-hand corner.
though, that when
That says Brittany Renner. Right there in the top left corner. Look at that.
That was not my first thought,
But we couldn't be happier with the way it turned out. So,
it has worked out pretty well.
yeah, that was some good advice.
and ever since we brought her in, I mean, we've been doing so much better also. I think it's exactly what we needed.
Oh my
It's like
God.
three brains. It's better than two.
Oh my
I want to
God.
know,
This is crazy.
Nick, your reaction when they proposed that idea.
Send
to
the
you.
asteroid,
Tell
y'all.
me about that day.
At first I thought it was like a test, because like she said, we were kind of like on a rocky state, but I was convinced pretty fast. Once I figured out, like, okay, they're being serious, I was like, I'm down to try it. You know what I mean? I think it's the best thing we've done.
Ay. All right, I think there's one more video called Poly Couples Are More Happy. This video looks like it's 3 minutes long. Let's take a look and listen.
Coach, have you ever
And again, poly couples are more happy. This is the Destiny Molina thing.
offered this type of dynamic to your clients? And if so,
Oh
how
my
was
God, she
the
has
success
clients.
rate with
Jesus
that?
fucking
Okay.
Christ.
Well, to be honest, this is my first time suggesting it, but that said, polyamory seems to be more and more common. And so I've had a number of clients enter my office,
Oh my God.
either considering this kind of relationship
This
or
woman has
already
an
involved
office?
in one.
Oh,
and so I've
Jesus.
had more and more experience helping couples navigate successfully through that kind of relationship.
FK your feelings. I'm gonna break all that. I'm gonna break all the genealogy down. Just wait.
And so I thought, why not?
Awesome.
And honestly, I think poly couples are always more happy than traditional couples. If you think about it, yeah, it's a lot more fun.
There's a lot less pressure on, us,
Nope.
because we know that we're both able to provide for him. We're both able to take
Provide
turns
for
serving him and being there for him. And it's not just all on one of us.
Yeah, it's also not for everyone though. Like, you have to be able to handle.
No, it definitely ain't for
Takes
everyone.
certain kind of personality.
Yeah, like being a hoe.
certain
304.
guy stamina. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
To
you
be
know
able
a
to
lot of that.
two
Oh
women,
my
you know.
God, this is
Well,
crazy.
and I think if Jade and I didn't have the kind of close relationship that we did, like, I don't know a lot of mother-daughters that could carry this off.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
neither.
But, truthfully, we love each other so much. We've always been very open with each other from the jump. So
I wonder if they're in the room when one is getting smashed out. I wonder if that's a boundary.
Shared clothing, shared
and so we share.
Oh
a
my
guy.
God. Oh my God.
love
This
him.
is crazy.
So
Oh my
take
God.
me
This is
through a
crazy.
typical day in you guys' life.
Psh, this is a good
So, I
question.
mean, a typical day, we wake up.
Oh my goodness. Oh
Usually,
my God.
Danny's already up. She always wakes up before us. She's an early riser. She'll make us breakfast in bed sometimes.
Jesus
But she
Christ.
makes breakfast almost every morning.
Oh my
Unless
God.
we go out to brunch or something, which is like a big plus because at first Jade wasn't really making breakfast that much. But
Oh, Jade couldn't cook.
now it's
Yeah, that's why she brought in mom, because she couldn't cook.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's
her
what it
coming
was.
He's
in-
a really good cook.
she's an amazing
You better be an amazing cook. You're old.
cook. Like, her coming in was just like a plus. You know what I mean?
This is absolutely.
Haram!
Tell him,
I
Andrew.
love Jade, but it was like the addition was like a dope hobby, you know.
Right. Please.
So the average day, like
So she makes breakfast, and then what happens?
she makes breakfast. We'll get a full film. We make a lot of content.
We do like
we all.
social media stuff.
I'm with you, Jason
and,
Pennington. I'm with you. Get the
you know,
rocks.
and
Abdul,
recently
get the
we started
rocks.
Sharing our relationship online. So.
Oh, that's
coming out-
Las
That must be like a
Vegas.
big
Oh, yeah.
sensation.
That's definitely Vegas
Yeah,
right
it's been
there.
fun.
That is
Like,
1,000%
being able
Las
to be,
Vegas.
truthful and honest about the lifestyle we live.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh
you
my
know,
God,
she goes to work as her, as a life coach.
I can't believe this
And
woman's a
so
life
normally
coach.
I take the night shift. I make dinner for us. And we'll wind down together. Sometimes we'll watch a movie. Or on days that she doesn't work. Sometimes he'll take her out on a date. Sometimes he'll take me out on a date.
Okay. All right. I have seen and heard enough. So like I said, I'm going to react to this, guys. I'm going to react to this as though this is real. Okay. I'm going to react to this as though this is real because let's keep it real, guys. Let's keep it real, guys. Would any of us be surprised if this really were real? I mean, given the deplorable state of Western culture, the glorification of single motherhood, the glamorization of sleeping around indiscriminately, and women being praised for literally selling their bodies on and offline, would we genuinely be shocked if we found out a black man impregnated an OnlyFans creator and her mother? Well, of course not. In fact, I would venture to say this is probably a lot more common than one might think. So I'm going to react to this at face value, and then I'm going to get your thoughts. And again, I'll reply to your chats and super chats here very shortly. First of all, let's do the genealogical math here. And guys, this is going to be a brain twister. You're going to have to really stay with me here on this genealogy, okay? Daughter and mother pregnant by the same man. Now let's start off with the man. Let's start off with Nick because his situation in this is pretty cut and dried. He is going to have a daughter and a son by two different women. Okay? For black men like this is not out of the ordinary, right? A nigga with two baby mamas having their kids around the same time. Okay, that's normal. It's degenerate, it's ridiculous, and it further destroys our society and culture. But as often as this does happen, it's safe to say that nobody here is surprised that a black man has knocked up two different women relatively close to each other. Okay, that's out of the way. That's the easy part. Let's move to the daughter. Let's move to Jade, the OnlyFans creator. Jade will have a girl named Nicole. But now the questions are, what are Jade and Nicole's relation to the mother and her son, Nick Jr.? Obviously, the OF girl, Jade, the daughter, obviously, Jade's mother is still her mother, but what about Nicole? What about Jade's baby? Is Jade's mother Nicole's grandmother? So Jade is going to give birth to Nicole, which means that Danny is going to be her grandmother. Okay? And if that is Nicole's grandmother, then that would make Nick Jr., who is the son that will be born to the mother, both Nicole's half-brother and uncle. Let me repeat that. Okay? Nicole, who is going to be birthed by Jade, okay? Nicole is going to be Danny's granddaughter. Danny is going to be Jade's grandmother, okay? If Danny is Jade's grandmother, then that would make Nick Jr., who is going to be birthed by Danny, okay, that's going to be the son that is going to be born to the mother, both Nicole's half-brother and uncle. So what does Nicole call Nick Jr.? Does she call Nick a brother or an uncle? Here's another question. Let's go a little bit deeper here. Does Jade call Nick Jr. her brother or her uncle? Does Jade call Nick Jr. her brother or uncle? Because Jade and Nick Jr., okay, both have the same mother. Jade was born from Danny. Nick Jr. will be born from Danny. The same mother. So technically, that would make them siblings. But Nick Jr. is being born to Jade's mother. So the son of Jade's mother would technically also be Jade's uncle and her brother. Yes, her brunkle. Okay, so both Jade and her daughter Nicole will both share a brother and an uncle, even though they are mother and daughter. Let's move to Danny, who is Jade's mother, and Nick Jr. Follow me here, guys. This is how messed up this is. When Jade has Nicole, okay, that would make Nicole the granddaughter of Danny, okay? And because Nicole and Nick Jr., the two babies, will be born around the same time, okay, Nicole will be the same age as her uncle, Nick Jr. Can you imagine calling a man who is your age your uncle? So to sum this up, okay, stay with me here, guys. Okay, I worked on this for a while. Stay here with me. Stay with me. So to sum this up, Nicole will be a daughter, a granddaughter, a niece, and a sister. She'll be her mother's mother's grandmother, who will give birth to her brother, Nick Jr., who will be both the brother and uncle of his sister, Nicole's mother, Jade. Guys, this is depravity at its lowest form. You've got a mother and a daughter who have both been knocked up by the same man, a black man at that, which means he ain't sticking around. Dude, Nick is not sticking around. And listen, man, y'all can be all up in y'all's feelings talking about, well, wait a minute, Donovan. He might just stick around. Yeah, he might, but he's not. And we know it. So let's just go ahead and chalk up two more single mothers with the same baby daddy who ain't around on the scoreboard. Let's just go ahead and chalk that up. What's happening, guys, and you guys have pointed this out in the chat, what is happening, guys, is that this is an adult film fantasy come to life, okay? Now, it's actually been a while since I've consumed spicy movies. I haven't consumed spicy movies since I was 37, and I'm 47 now. It's been over 10 years. And the reason why I don't consume spicy movies anymore, I used to have a spicy movie addiction. My sex drive was down. I was wiped out for the day. I made a conscious decision. I am quitting corn cold turkey. One of the best decisions I've ever made in my life, guys. If you watch spicy movies, if you are addicted to spicy movies, I'm here to tell you, as someone with a spicy movie who had a spicy movie addiction, stopping spicy movies, it's one of the best decisions you'll ever make. It will improve every aspect of your life. Anyway, so because it's been a while since I've consumed this stuff, I've been unaware of the recent genres that have been popular lately. I am told that there are washer and dryer movies. Girl gets stuck in a washer or a dryer, and a dude comes up behind her and smashes her out. Then there's stuck in the window movies. Girl gets somehow stuck in the window and somehow needs a big throbbing rod to help her out. Then they're stuck under the bed movies. Help, I'm stuck under a bed. I need a big throbbing rod to help me out. I mean, just all kinds of crazy nonsense. And I'm sure you guys will probably put more in the... Dude, like the way spicy movies are... Dude, whatever happened to good old-fashioned spicy movies? Whatever happened to good old-fashioned bang bus, right? So listen to girl on the corner, hey, you want to get smashed out for money? Sure. Come on, they do the scene, end of story. Whatever happened to the pizza delivery guy? Big sausage pizza. Hey, I've got a big sausage pizza for you. Oh my God, I don't know how I can pay. I'm sure we can work something out. The music starts, she gets on her knees, we go to town. But now spicy movies are all kinds of weird. Like, it's all kinds of weird. Well, mother and daughter getting smashed out by the same man, that has spicy movie written all over it. So it is no surprise that it is an OF creator and her mother. They probably even filmed them both getting smashed out and skeeted in, which probably has resulted in this double pregnancy. Gentlemen, this is what the world is coming to. I know this is hard to imagine, but I really, really need you to stay with me here. Imagine meeting a girl and you kind of like her. She's attractive. And you find out that not only is she a single mother, you find out that her daughter's sibling is also her mother's son. Like, that's crazy to me. But as crazy as it is, and as sad as it is to say this, it does not surprise me. And it would not surprise me if this little story right here were true. It wouldn't surprise me if this were true. It really wouldn't. It really wouldn't. So I put up a poll here. I put up a poll right at the beginning. I said, will the baby daddy stick around or will he leave? I'm going to go ahead and end the poll now, and I will read the results here shortly. Gentlemen, this is why you never, ever know what a girl's past is, okay? You just never, ever know. Dude, girls could be involved in the craziest nonsense. So, instead of just complaining, one thing I try to do on my channel, I like to point out the problems, right? I don't like to just complain. I like to give solutions. So what's the solutions here? What's the solution here? How do we avoid getting got by a woman who shares a baby daddy with her mother? Well, one would think that the signs are obvious. But as I always tell you guys, girls are experts at hiding these things. You just have to pay attention. Here are the signs. If her mother is mildly attractive, and this might seem obvious to some, but I'm telling you, dudes are stupid out here. Dudes are game goofy. If her mother is attractive and has a child around the same age as her child, it's reasonable to ask, hey, do you guys have the same baby daddy? But guess what, gentlemen? By then it's too late. Why? Because you already know she's an OF model, and if you have committed to an OF model, your relationship was over before it began. Then you factor in her relationship with her mother, and then you've got all the pieces. Now, obviously, this is an extreme situation. But guys, I am here to tell you. Stay the hell away from women who have attractive mothers who hang out with them all the time. This is an unhealthy, toxic relationship that you need to be as far away from as humanly possible. Because we all know, we say this all the time in this community. Older men, we see ourselves in younger men. Older women see themselves as younger women. And we see and hear stories all the time about mothers competing with their daughters for male attention from the same men. King Life said it in the chat earlier. The mom, Danny, she just wanted to smash the girl's boyfriend. She just wanted to get smashed out by her daughter's boyfriend. And if you are seeing casually a woman who has an attractive mother who's out at the club, right, who's on social media, hanging out with her daughter and her friends all the time, it is only a matter of time before mom hits on you. Now, one might think, well, hell, that's a good problem to have, Donovan. What's wrong with that? And on the surface, you might think so. But guys, I'm here to tell you, life is not a porn movie. It is not a porn movie. You're not going to be smashing the mother and the daughter and them not know about it. They are going to find out. And when they do, they are not going to be okay with it. Yeah, okay, it may look fun on the internet, right? It may look fun on the internet. It might look like everybody's having a good time. And we may even see creators who appear to be sleeping with both the mother and the daughter. I don't even know what the channel is called. But these aren't the only ones that are doing this. There's another dude, it's a nigga, who is smashing the mother, the daughter, and it's crazy. You might see creators who appear to be sleeping with the whole family, but you guys have to understand that these are the outliers. Yes, it may appear to work for them, but just like he said, I've already forgotten this dude's name, just like he said, this ain't for everybody. Not only is it not for everybody, it ain't for most people, as in 99.9% of the time. But by the same token, like I said, it might not be as uncommon as we might think. Because by now, we all know that 90% of women are sleeping with maybe 10% of the men out there, which is why this whole double pregnancy thing might not be as far-fetched as you might think. Either way, this is not good for the OF model, it's not good for the mother, and it is definitely not good for the two children that are about to be born into this chaotic fantasy that'll be fun until they cut the umbilical cords. Then the real work begins. Let me read you guys' chats here. Quickly, Spoonanza with the 50 Canadian dollar super chat says, if I was in that situation, I'd stick around, but this is my support to you, Donovan. I appreciate that. I'll give you another Don DeMarco, my friend. Appreciate that very much. So it looks like, I put a poll in the chat, says, given the reputation of black men, do you expect Nick Yardy, to stick around and raise these kids. 71% of you got it right. 28% of you wishful thinking. Nick Yardy's not sticking around. Listen, I'm telling you right now, listen, guys, it's all fun and games. Oh, yes, this is my baby. This is my baby. I'm smashing the mother and the daughter. We have this polyamorous common law marriage, blah, 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 blah. What happens when the babies come? All that is over with. All that is over with. Life then becomes about the babies. It ain't about social media and look at my baby. No. It's getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning when the baby is crying. It's feeding the baby. It's all about the baby. Okay? Mom is not going to be able to get up and make breakfast in bed. No, she's going to be feeding the little guy, to be feeding Nick Jr. bananas or peas or carrots or whatever the hell they feed babies or breastfeeding, whatever the case may be. All this fun and games is going to be over. Nick is not going to be around for that. So for the 28% who think that he's going to, listen, he might stick around for a while, but he ain't going to stick around forever. I tell you that right now. All right, good stuff. Yep, Edward Cross in the chat says you can't make this shit up. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. The worthy Joshua 12 says this is real wickedness against nature and against God laws. I mean, God damn it, bruh. It is what it is. K Godfather said, I'm already lost. Dude, me too. Hopsh27 says, my mind is blown. The Level Up Man says Nicole calls him Bronkel. Nick calls him Neester. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Dio in the chat says, this is a mental maze. Absolutely. Yeah, Dio in the chat says, who is who again? George Elder says, keeping it all in the family. Oh, my. WTC Vidman says, what if Nicole is born before her Bronkel? Yeah, right. Can you imagine being older than your uncle? Ay. Bad Rasta says, no, we're with you. It's just a mind F. Absolutely. Diabolical Man says, this is already so surreal, philosophical, and messed up at the same time. Dude. BS Profile says, just got on. What the hell kind of Jerry Springer-ish is he talking about? I'm lost, bro. Dude, I don't know how the genealogy is going to work out, guys. I really don't know. I really don't know. John says, I'm just hoping this is some sort of prank marketing polysocial experiment. I hope so, too. Because if this is real, I feel sorry for those kids. BS Profile says, oh yeah, stepmom and stepsister stuff seems to be popular somehow. Oh my God, dude, that is just, to me, that's just creepy. Nevoios says stepbro is big and MILF is also. Oh yeah, well, the MILF has always been popular in spicy movies. I'm a MILF guy myself, dude. I used to love MILFs. Dude, there's nothing hotter to me than fucking, 40-something, blonde, huge tits, great ass, flat stomach. Love it. Yeah, WCT Vidman says the mother raised her to be an OF creator. Absolutely. Guys, listen, man. I'm going to continue to read your chats quickly. If you guys want access to my longer form content, you guys got to join my Patreon. It's less than 17 cents a day. When you join Patreon, you get over 110,000 hours of exclusive content not found anywhere on the internet. You get access to all of my dating show breakdowns, which I'm doing right after this, by the way. Over 50 seasons to be exact. You get access to all of my movie breakdowns. You get access to all of the podcast versions of my past long-form live streams and so much more. Also, guys, be sure to follow me on rumble.com/Donovan Sharp. This is where I now do my dating show breakdowns and other streams that are not safe for YouTube. Lastly, guys, I really, really need you before you leave the chat. Before we leave the chat, huge favor, not going to cost you a thing, hit the like button. Okay? Hit that like button, guys. It is the most important metric that YouTube uses to push me up in the algorithm. Also, need another favor. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like this content and you think it's helpful. And finally, share these videos with anybody who pees standing up. Okay? This channel is one of the few male-centric channels that is still monetized. And by sharing these videos, you help support this channel and it will not cost you a dime. So guys, like, subscribe, and share if you would, guys. I would really, really appreciate it. Let me get back to your chats here. Diabolical Man says, so thirsty. Absolutely. James Turner says, is this illegal or something? Apparently not. WCT Vidman says, Donovan, imagine paying for a background check by a private investigator and getting the news from him. Oh, my God. Rack90 says, the worst thing about spicy movie stars is how teens are watching them and they don't care. Dude, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Pro Special says, hang on a second.
Haram!
Says Pro Special. King Life says, look her name up online. I suppose I will. 1234 Go says, I agree the future is chaos. King Life says, girls are so dumb nowadays that they use their actual name on OF. Dude, oh my God, they're crazy. Brahman says, no mention of dad. There you go. If Danny were still married to Jade's father or her husband, this would not be happening. BS Profile says, there's no consequences in spicy movies. That's why they're seen as awesome. Absolutely. Chris Callan says, I appreciate you, Donovan. Your advice is saving lives out here. Thank you for that. Jossborn X, good to see you in here for in a while, says, yes, once the babies arrive, the hardship comes. Footpool says he'll bail out in 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, he's up out of there. He's up out of there. Edward Cross says 879%. He is gone. Totally agree. Diabolical Man says, nigga's a nigga. He ain't sticking around. Hell no. Nope. He ain't sticking around. Atomic Reflection says, my dad had a son that ended up becoming the director of Homeland Security. Dude wants nothing to do with him. Damn. Hopsh27 says, nah, based on what I'm seeing, he does have a little fear in his eyes, but seems like he wants to be around. Yeah, wanting to be around and actually being around, two very different things, my friend. Two very different things. Hopsh says, hopefully, yeah, listen. Kyle 2020 says, Jerry is rolling in his grave. Is Jerry Springer? Wow, I didn't know Jerry Springer died. Edward Cross says, it's crazy how 150 people in here, but there's only 56 likes. Guys, hit that like button. It's Thick says, looks like he winning. He's winning for now until the babies arrive. Until the babies arrive. Dr. Who Design says, so are they twins or not? No. Hopsh27 says, I'm fine with it personally, just so long as they're honest with everything. Yeah, well, you know what it is. Stumbo says, what are we thinking? He's gonna tell that he's gonna pick up from the store when he dips. My money's on the mentals. Yeah. Guys, directly after this stream, right after this stream, on Rumble, I will be continuing my Love is Blind Season 8 play-by-play breakdown series. We are on episode 5. We are on episode 5 of Love is Blind Season 5. Directly following the stream on rumble.com/Donovan Sharp, we will be continuing the breakdown of Love is Blind. Of Love is Blind. There you can see right there, I've got it all set up. Looks like I'm going to have to refresh that. I've got it all set up. I've got Love is Blind all set up and ready to go. All set up and ready to go. So right after the stream, guys, head on over to rumble.com/Donovan Sharp, where I will be continuing my Love is Blind breakdown. Daryl Bradley says, when the babies arrive, it's double trouble. Yep. I really don't care. Says, how did we get here? Did clout chasing cause this or just female promiscuity? Yep. It's both. Whether this is true or not is immaterial. This absolutely could be true. Brother, sister, grandchild, aunt, uncle, cousin, send the asteroid. Absolutely. WTC Vidman says the mom's milkers have probably dried up, so Jade will likely have to, quote, feed her half-sibling. How effed up is that? Man, oh man. MS772 says, reminds me of the I'm My Own Grandpa song. Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking of a little bit earlier. So King Life, I'm going to go ahead and pin this in the chat. King Life has pinned the link in the chat. He has pinned the link in the chat to come and see the Love is Blind breakdown. I'm gonna have to restart all of this stuff. You guys know that I often. There we are. There we go. You guys know I often do a lot of production, like on the like live. Yeah, listen, just like you guys say, we do it live. So right now, I am about to make the switch. To rumble.com/Donovan Sharp. If you want to watch, now listen, guys. If you want to watch for free, you got to watch now. If not, Got to join Patreon. We've done 50 seasons of dating show breakdowns. You get access to all of them. Less than 17 cents per day. All right. So I'm going to say goodbye to, all right, let me start cutting these off. Let me go ahead and confirm all of these. King Life says, no lie, Nick got a dip so two women can just say they're only siblings. Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen, man. Craziest thing I've ever seen. As I say goodbye to my Facebook audience. I don't think anybody was watching anyway. I always have somebody watching on Twitch. That's very, very interesting. 10 people watching on X. Appreciate you guys very much. Also watching on MGTOW.tv as Amor Mitwally. All right, guys. Thank you guys very, very much. I really don't care. It says sign up for Patreon. Best decision I've ever made. I get to rewatch the breakdown videos when I miss them. Absolutely, guys. Less than 17 cents a day. We will see you on the greasy side as we say goodbye to YouTube.